Hey folks, welcome back to my table. So, this guy, which is an independent investigative journalist, has spent like the last 4 days in Springfield, Ohio, for the Haitian thing. Dogs and cats. He covered almost that whole town, and he's probably going to be leaving soon because there's other crazy crap going on in other states. But between him and his coworker, they're definitely digging up the reality and what is causing the problems. So I'm going to put this together. You guys can actually go to his site to catch all of his videos. JLR Investigates. And as you can see, boots on the ground. He's putting his boots on the ground to get the real truth. He's not biased at all. He just wants to know what's going on. So, teach their own. I hope people want to obtain knowledge, not just listen to people speculate. But let's go ahead and get into this.
That's fueled by the U.S. immigration industry. It's an industry.
Yeah, but First Diversity would be funded by the United States government, correct?
So they'll get money from the United States government, and so do all these other organizations, because it's not just First Diversity. I mean, you have to have, there's a network involved here. So, there's transportation involved, getting them to and from their jobs. There's, Catholic charities popped up.
Right next door to First Diversity.
Yeah, they built a facility right here in Springfield that they just opened up. I think it was like earlier this year, I think is when it actually opened. And so they're providing services. So they're getting money from the government. There's other people, city officials, that are getting grant money as well. So the mayor himself, the mayor Rue is his name. He himself is an owner of multiple properties that, guess what? Haitians are the renters. So, and they're just pulling these schemes with these properties.
Now, with that, they talked to some residents that when the mayor got his grant money, he kicked the citizens out of his properties. Part of that grant money was to go in and fix up his properties for the Haitian migrants. But we all know how those slumlords are. And what they end up doing is pocketing a lot of it, lining their pockets, folks. It's not just your federal government. This is your local, this is your state, and your federal government officials, Democrats and Republicans. If you keep on voting for them and you don't put yourself on the line to take their jobs, or try to, through an election system, they're still going to keep on doing it. That is literally insane to me. I admit, I'll be crazy all day long. But everybody that I see out here is insane. because you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome. I'm trying to get this job. Because my blinders aren't on. Now, I insist on not doing what Democrats and Republicans are doing, which is telling you lies. Getting the job, going to that position, and doing the opposite of what they told you they'd do for you. I'm here to give you the hard truth. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's easier to lie to somebody than to tell them the truth. But to each their own.
These hiring agencies, and that's where, if you look at the whole situation overall, no matter who you talk to, whether they're a person who's more conservative or whether they're a more liberal person, pretty much everyone agrees that the source of the problem is first diversity, because they're exploiting these Haitian immigrants for profit. That's what's happening here.
Yeah, but if First Diversity is under federal investigation, why do they continue to get funding from the federal government? Why do they continue to get funding from the hand that feeds them?
No, what was your question?
First Diversity, there's reports out there, and Google, anyone can Google around. They're under federal and state investigation for human trafficking. Why would the federal government continue to fund them if they're under investigation for human trafficking?
I don't know.
Well,
That should answer the question. Why, I don't know. I have the answer for that. The investigators are in on it too. Just like Trump assassinations. Anything you actually take a look into, when you start getting the clues and you put the clues together, kind of like the board game. We should start playing it again. You come up to the quagmire. Why, I don't know. Simple answer. They're all lining their pockets to exploit us. They've been doing it my whole life. I have been watching. I've been working in it. I had to leave Hilton Head Island because the Mexican mafia would have killed me if I didn't go. That is how entrenched I put myself in that situation. They gave me a chance just because most of the illegal immigrants that were around me knew that I was a good guy and I cared about them, just like I care about these Haitians. I don't want anybody exploiting us. It needs to stop. But if the people in Ohio don't do, for the most part, the only thing that they can, which is vote for me in this next election, then I have to leave because I don't feel safe just out here on the streets. And I'm not afraid of the migrants. I'm afraid of the 25% of my fellow citizens that will get angry enough at me to technically shoot me in my back, if I'm going to get shot, I want to at least look my shooter in the eyes. If I go out, I'm not afraid to die. I just want to be able to see my shooter first. Psh. Everybody's a pansy. Bang, bang, shoot, shoot shit. But, so, the mayor's profiting from this. The council is lining their pockets with that money. So, let's go ahead and take a little look-see at this. The law enforcement.
I see.
Gave him the thumbs up. Now, this Haitian does not have tags on his car.
Now, this individual has a baby in the back seat. I hear a baby crying. She did tell me when the officer was in the car, I did go by her and ask her, did you get in an accident? She goes, yes. But we're not saying anything to the officer. All right, he's putting his seatbelt on. And without a license plate, he's free to go. He's free to go in Springfield, folks. Look at this.
Look at how nervous this Haitian is. He's all like not really knowing what he's doing in that car. It's his car.
It's pulling away.
For some odd reason, he left his passenger window down. I would have rolled that up immediately. If he didn't want to be filmed, he knew he was being filmed.
Officer told him he's free to go.
Yep.
He's just waiting on traffic. He has no license plate, no temp tag. Who knows if he has insurance, and who knows if he has a driver's license?
Who knows?
And he just got in an accident, and the passenger went to the hospital.
Yeah, right?
There you go, folks.
Costing us money.